You can play video games for 2 hours straight. You can scroll through TikTok until your thumbs go numb. You can binge an entire Netflix season and still call it just one more episode. But the second you try to sit down and study for 30 minutes, suddenly your brain acts like you're torturing it. You promise yourself just one productive hour, and 5 minutes later, you're already in the kitchen convincing yourself that cleaning counts as self-improvement. Here's the paradox. You know, studying, working out, or even cleaning your room would pay off long-term. But your brain keeps chasing quick hits, games, social media, endless scrolling. So, why? Why do some people seem naturally motivated to tackle hard stuff, while others just want to rest a little more? And most importantly, is there a way to trick your brain into actually liking hard things? Part 1. Dopamine, the wanting molecule. It all starts with one tiny chemical, dopamine. Most people call it the pleasure molecule, but that's wrong. Dopamine doesn't make you feel pleasure. It makes you want pleasure. It's the molecule of craving. When you see a notification, a snack, or a fun idea, dopamine surges. You haven't even gotten the reward yet, but your brain is already chasing it. It's the invisible carrot in front of your face, pulling you toward the next hit. Part 2. The rat experiments. Back in the 1950 seconds, scientists ran a famous experiment. They gave lab rats a lever that sent an electrical signal directly into the brain's reward center. What happened? The rats went insane. They pressed that lever over and over, ignoring food, ignoring sleep. Some literally pressed until they collapsed. Then the scientists did the opposite. They blocked dopamine entirely. The same rats became so apathetic they wouldn't even get up to eat. They weren't depressed if food was placed in their mouths. They still chewed. They just had zero motivation to move. That's the scary part. Human brains work the same way. Dopamine isn't about enjoying rewards, it's about chasing them. Part 3. Dopamine tolerance. Your brain always tries to stay balanced. It's called homeostasis. Too hot? You sweat. Too cold? You shiver. Too much dopamine? The brain fights back by reducing dopamine receptors. So, if you flood your brain every day with fast dopamine games, junk food, social media, it adapts. It becomes numb. You need bigger hits just to feel normal. It's like eating candy every day at a 5-star buffet. Soon, a plain banana tastes like cardboard. That's why studying or exercising feels painful. Your brain compares dopamine fireworks from a video game versus a single spark from a textbook. Of course, it chooses the fireworks. That's dopamine tolerance. Your brain isn't broken, it's just spoiled. Part 4. The dopamine detox idea. Here's the fix. Let your brain reset. No, it's not about quitting pleasure forever. It's about cutting overstimulation so simple rewards start feeling good again. You can do it 2 ways. 1. The radical reset. One day, no phone, no internet, no games, no junk food. You'll get bored out of your mind until suddenly, journaling or reading a book actually feels fun again. 2. The light detox. Once a week, skip one major source of fast dopamine. Maybe no social media on Sundays. Maybe no video games on Wednesdays. It's not punishment, it's a system reset. When you stop flooding your brain, your natural motivation slowly comes back. Part 5. The work reward rule. You can't detox forever. Life's supposed to have joy. But here's the golden rule. Work first, reward after. If you grab the dopamine hit before working, say, scrolling in bed, motivation dies. Flip it. Work first, fun later. For example, study for an hour, earn 15 minutes of guilt-free scrolling. Finish 8 hours of focused work, get a movie night. Always keep dopamine as a reward, not a distraction. Part 6. 5 tricks to outsmart your brain. Now that your dopamine system is balanced again, here are 5 ways to make hard work feel less like torture. Gamify it. Turn tasks into levels, points, or streaks. Small wins equal small dopamine hits. Start small. Your brain hates mountains, but doesn't mind one step. Tell yourself, I'll just do 2 minutes. Momentum usually takes over. Instant mini rewards. After finishing something, reward yourself. 1 paragraph stretch break. Workout 1 episode. Accountability. We're social creatures. Working with others triggers motivation. You don't want to be the one slacking off. Identity shift. Your actions follow your self-image. If you say, I'm lazy, your brain believes you. If you say, I'm disciplined, you start behaving like it. Part 7. Choosing your bananas. At the end of the day, dopamine isn't the villain. It's the reason you build, create, and grow. The question is, where do you get it from? From endless scrolling and empty entertainment? Or from progress, growth, and real accomplishments? You don't have to force discipline. You just need to outsmart your brain. So next time you stare at your to-do list, remember, it's not about killing dopamine. It's about choosing better sources of it. If that hit home, drop a like, hit subscribe, and keep your dopamine coming from the right places.